tissues, or more precisely animal tissues. Tissues are a group of cells. If we look at types of tissues, we can see there are 4 types of tissues. Number 1 is connective tissue, epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, and lastly muscular tissue. If we look at connective tissue, we can see that connective tissue is a tissue which connects one part of the body with another part. If we look at classification of connective tissue, first we have liquid connective tissue, which consists of 2 types, A, blood, and B, lymph. The second type of connective tissue are the hard connective tissues, which consist of A, bone, and B, cartilage. And the third type is connective tissue proper, which is further divided into 3 types, adipose tissue, areolar tissue, and fibrous tissue. Let us start with liquid connective tissue. And the first liquid connective tissue is blood. So the first obvious question is, how much blood is present in the body of a person? Or the correct answer is 8% of the body weight. An adult person weighing about 70 kg will contain 5.5 liters of blood in his body. So in the entrance, you can get questions in both the forms. Either it can be in terms of percentage, or they can give you a numerical value which will be 5.5 liters, which corresponds to an adult person weighing about 70 kg. Blood consists of 2 parts, a liquid part called plasma and blood cells. Plasma constitutes 55%, whereas blood cells constitute 45% of the total blood. Another question which you get in your entrance exam is, if 1 liter of blood is withdrawn from the body of a person, how much time is needed to replace it? The answer will be, there will be various combination of answers, but the correct combination will be, the volume of plasma comes back to normal limits within 24 hours, but the blood cells takes 2 to 3 weeks to come back to normal limits. In blood banks, blood is kept at 4 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, all ionic movements in the blood stops and blood attains ionic equilibrium. First we'll discuss plasma. Plasma is equal to blood minus blood cells. If we minus blood cells, we also minus RBCs. Plasma therefore is a straw or pale yellow colored liquid. Plasma contains about 90% water, and the rest 10% of plasma contains organic and inorganic substances. We'll first discuss organic substances present in plasma. And the first organic substance that we'll discuss is glucose. Glucose, as you know, is the respiratory substrate of the body. It is metabolized in the body to produce energy. Another question which you can get is, how much glucose is present in our blood? The answer to this question will be that glucose is present 80-20 milligram per 100 ml of blood. However, variations can occur. If there is an increase in glucose level, condition will be called hyperglycemia. If there is a decrease in glucose level, condition will be called hypoglycemia. Another organic substance present in plasma are proteins. The first of these is albumin. The function of albumin is to perform osmoregulation. That is, it regulates the amount of water present in the body. Second protein in plasma is globulin. It is of 3 types, alpha, beta and gamma. Alpha and beta are needed for transport of substances, whereas gamma globulin is used for defense in the body. Third and fourth proteins are prothrombin and fibrinogen. Both of them are needed for blood clotting. Another organic substance present in blood is bilirubin. It is a secretion from liver and its normal level is 0.2 to 0.9 milligram per 100 ml. So you get another question on this. What is the increase in the level of bilirubin called? And the answer is jaundice. Another organic component present in the blood is cholesterol. The level of cholesterol should never exceed 200 milligram per 100 ml of blood. If the level increases, it can result in deposition inside the arteries or the blood vessels. And particularly if deposits in the blood vessels of the heart can result in decreased blood flow to the heart and decreased oxygen supply to the heart. Another organic compound in the blood is urea. The normal level of urea in the blood is 14 to 40 milligram per 100 ml of blood. You get a question on this. If the level of urea increases in blood, it is called, and the answer will be uremia. Another question which you get on urea level is, which organ of the body is damaged if urea increases in blood? Suppose I give you 2 options. Let us first say it is liver which is damaged, and the second option is it is kidney which is damaged. Your correct answer will be kidney, because if urea level increases, it indicates that kidney is not able to filter the urea out of the body. Coming to inorganic substances in the blood. Sodium and potassium are 2 very important substances. They are needed for conduction of nerve impulse. Another inorganic substance in the blood is calcium, which is needed for muscle contraction and blood clotting. Another inorganic substance in the blood is iodine, which is needed for formation of thyroxine. Other inorganic substances like iron, chlorine, magnesium, sulfur are also present in blood. We will now come to blood cells. There are three types of blood cells in our body: A, RBC, B, WBC, and C, platelets. So three types of blood cells are RBC, WBC, and platelets. We'll first discuss RBC, also called erythrocytes. Develops from bone marrow. They are the only cells in our body without nucleus. You can get a question: what is the number of RBC in our blood? Suppose I give you various options. The correct option will be B. That is, the normal range of RBC in our body is 4.5 to 5.5 million per millimeter cube. If we see this range, then 4.5 million is the range in females and 5.5 million is the range in males. Suppose I give you another question based on number, that increase in the number of RBC is called as A option polycythemia, B option erythropenia, C option leukopenia, or fourth option anemia. The correct answer will be polycythemia. This occurs when a person migrates to hills. This is a type of adaptation to high altitudes. Next we come to shape of RBC. Biconcave in shape. You can get a question on this. What is the advantage of biconcave shape? Answer will be, due to this shape, large amount of surface area is available to accommodate maximum amount of hemoglobin. Another question which you get about RBCs is about the lifespan of RBCs. Suppose I give you four options: 120 days, 220 days, 320 days, or 420 days. The correct answer will be 120 days. What happens to RBCs after 120 days? They are taken to spleen. In the spleen, the RBCs are destroyed and buried. So another question which you can get in this context is, what is the graveyard of RBCs? Answer will be, as we have just discussed, spleen.